So I've had this Quad Cortex for a few months now, and for the most part, I've been relying on neural captures really for a lot of the amps that I've been using. And so what I've been trying to do lately is force myself to really dig into the amp models that are available on the device, and find tones that I like. I just did a video around kind of lead tones, and some of the amps I found worked well for that. Today, what I wanted to do was focus in on clean tones, and in this case, to me, clean is kind of very pure clean tones. Think kind of Fender sparkle kind of tones. So all these presets are up on my neural profile. That's davlavMusic, so you can download them there. Let's do a quick run through the structure of the preset. So on all of them, I'm running a little bit of compression up front. Mix is pretty low at 30%, but just kind of to fill out the tone a little bit. For the cabinet, I'm using a 2x12 Zilla Open 19. I do find the other one for a kind of a fuller clean tone that I like is this 412 watt S4123. But for all of these, for right now, I'm using the that 212. There is a chorus here that's off. Usually I would put a little chorus on a clean tone, but for right now, since we're focusing in on the amps, I wanted to turn that off. It makes it a little more clear. And then I have a slight digital delay and a plate reverb running here, just because dry tones don't sound as good. The presets. If you go look at the stop, I've got the compressor on A, and the chorus is on B. So if you want to kind of turn those on and off, you can. So let's run through the amps. So if you're talking clean tones, Fender for me is the first place you go. So I started actually with the Princeton. So this is the UN's Prince. I got the volume a little over halfway, treble up, bass down, and output on even. And here's what that sounds like. So, exactly what you would expect from a good Fender, kind of nice and sparkly, scooped. It works really well. So let's compare that to, I went to another Fender, the Deluxe. So here I've got, again, the volume a lower halfway, bass is about right, trebles is up a little bit. Let's hear that. So again, it's nice if you compare the two. They're very close. I think the Deluxe has a little more presence to it. But they both work really well, as you would expect for the Fender. The other one I tried is this Watt, which I think is obviously a high watt. this is a very clean amp, so the gain and the master are cranked pretty much on this. I'm pushing the mids and treble a little bit, brought the bass down. So I think the Highlight has a kind of a really nice clean. As you can hear, you can push it as much as you want. It stays pretty clean. It's actually very similar to the Deluxe. Maybe a little more rolled off on the top end. The other one, I thought, oh, let's try a kind of a Voxish kind of sound. So I'm actually using I think this is a Morgan simulation here. I got the bright switch off, the low boost off. I have to admit, I'm not super familiar with Vox style amps, and so I played with this until I got what I thought was a good tone. Definitely has a different kind of I don't know, the attack, the nature of the attack is different, and it's a little spongier maybe. So it definitely has a different kind of vibe to it than the kind of the more Fenderish pristine. So from there, what I want to do is the Mesa Lonestar. I wanted to try this one out as well. And I have to say, this one, I ended up. Options with this one. It's got this EQ setting that you can run through thicker. I've got it on thicker, so I'm sure there's more kind of options you can get. So it's definitely much different than the Fender-y kind of stuff. I think there's a lot of range here with the Lonestar. And then the last one I found that I really liked is actually it's the new amp that came with the 2.0 kind of OS update that just got released a couple weeks ago. So this is, I think it's the John Petrucci amp. I'm using the Channel 1, which is kind of a real pure clean. I like this amp model a lot. I think it's, of the ones I've tried, it's one of my favorites. I think maybe there's a good amount of compression happening on this amp, and that's maybe adding to a little bit of the responsiveness. But I think, you know, you've got all these kind of more traditional clean amps in here, but to me this one really sounds nice. So like I said, all these presets are up on my Neural account. Feel free to download and play with them. Try them out with different effects, or even maybe put a little bit of overdrive in front of them or something. And let me know which ones you like best. I think for me, my favorites are probably, you know, the Deluxe for kind of that pure regular Fender-y thing, and then you know, obviously the Voxy kind of one is its own thing too, and I'm digging that. And then the John Petrucci, I'm really liking that a lot. So let me know which one you like, and thanks for watching.